Welcome back. We're trapped in a glass jar and miniaturized. You're trapped in a glass jar sitting on the surface of Vohaul's control console. But since we have a glass cutter, I guess we can use that to get out. The newly cut pane of glass falls to the counter. Apparently, Vohaul doesn't notice. Lucky us, then. You're on the surface of a console. A large, compared to you, jar sits in the middle. A hole has been cut in the side. There are some vents near the back. Well, it looks like the only way to go is left, but let's save before that. Yeah, I had some trouble. That's why I already have save games. I have to redo this video. Oops. Darn, Roger Wilco. I guess his lartness got a little fed up with your meddling. You've been redesigned once again, revealing a permanent overhead view. You resemble one of those wonderfully colorful mosaics commonly found on windshields. Thanks for playing. You've been very entertaining. Okay, well that didn't work. Oh, damn it. Wrong save game. Haha. Now you've already had a sneak peek of what comes after this, and it's another corridor. As if you wouldn't have guessed. Okay. Going left is not a good idea then. But there's vents. Vents are always a good option. You wiggle your slim carcass through the vent. Now where are we? Judging from those two hoses coming in from outside, you guess that this is the inner workings of Vohaul's life support system. A respirator pumps oxygen into his lungs, while a pump on the back wall forces blood through filters. There's also a sign on the back wall. The sign says, "Caution, press button for emergency shut-off." Ooh, I bet he won't like that. Way to go, Roger Wilco. You've just disconnected Vohaul's life support system. He's a goner without it. Yay, we killed him. Hopefully. You can see Vohaul struggling to take his last few breaths. Not you again. You think you've won, he wheezes, but all you have done is to seal your own fate. He reaches up and flips a switch on the far end of the console before dropping to the floor, dead. Yay, we killed him. But we're still tiny. I don't want to be tiny anymore. Well, now we can safely walk over here, so let's see what we have. You're walking on another section of the control console. There's a large switch on the back panel. A keyboard is at your feet. Well, the switch appears to be a on-off switch. So let's try turning it on. Reduce or enlarge. I guess this is the controls for the shrinking beam. Of course, we're already tiny and we don't want to be any tinier, so let's enlarge. Oh. To type it. Sequence has begun, but not here, obviously. It's back here in the glass jar. You're once again reconstituted, this time to the correct size. You notice that the clones are gone. That's probably not a good sign. And you can see one of the screens is blinking, drawing our attention. But let's first take a look at Vohaul. Vohaul's dead, hulking slab of flesh is loosely arranged at the base of the chair. Let's search him. An examination of his repulsively turgid, fabric-encased mass reveals nothing other than the tubes which supplied him with blood and oxygen. You do notice the letters SHSR written in pen on the back of his left hand. Now you may know that in the movie 2001 Space Odyssey, there was a computer named HAL 9000. if you take the letters HAL and add 1, go to the next letter in the alphabet, you get IBM. There's a clever little joke there. If you do this to this code, SHSR, you get tits. How clever. Let's look at the monitor. Let's see, general status, orbit decaying, prognosis, terminal, interior environment, OK, external temperature, critical, auxiliary operations, clone launch, go. Oh, that's not a good thing. It's counting down to the launch. To abort launch, enter code below. Well, the code is, of course, SHSR, which we just found. Clone launch aborted. Yay, we saved Xenon. Unfortunately, since the orbit of this asteroid is decaying, I guess that's what Vohaul meant when he said that we'd just sealed our own fate, that means that we have not yet saved ourselves. By the way, tits also works as a code here. Okay, well, I guess we'd better get out of here. Use these stairs over here. Use the diagonal keys on the number keypad. Let's see, where are we now? You're walking through a clear tubular passageway which seems to wind in and out along the outer perimeter of the asteroid. There's a box mounted on the west end of this tube. The box is actually an oxygen mask receptacle. It is currently closed. You open the box and noticing an oxygen mask, remove it and close the box. Let's wear that, just in case. Reminds me of the sewers in Police Quest 2. Except this time the danger is not actually methane gas. But something else, as you'll see. A section of the glass tubing has fractured from combined stress. The pressurized atmosphere rushes for the relative vacuum of space. I guess because the asteroid's orbit is decaying and we're entering the atmosphere, it's not a complete vacuum. Hence this phrasing. Fortunately, wearing the mask protects you from suffocation. Wow, it's almost as if I knew this would happen. You are walking through a clear tubular passageway which seems to wind in and out along the outer perimeter of the asteroid. The planet of Labian spins nearby. You can see evidence of the decaying orbit of the asteroid. The exterior of the asteroid is heating up from ever-increasing collisions with atmospheric molecules. A section of the glass tubing has fractured from combined stress. The pressurized atmosphere rushes for the relative vacuum of space. Let's look at Labian. Labian draws closer as the asteroid falls to the whims of its gravitational pull. Things are really heating up. I guess we'd better get out of here then. No longer needing the mask, you remove and stow it for later.